So tomorrow I am 44 years old, and I just wanted to make a quick birthday video to just kind of rehash what I'm grateful for. I'm most grateful for my salvation and my sobriety, and I'm grateful, like, out of all the billions of people on the earth, God has used me and given me information and revealed stuff to me through the Holy Spirit. And I've got a whole video library of stuff that you're probably never, I know that you're never going to hear anywhere else, and I'll include that if you want it in the comments, if you make a comment that you want the link to that, because it's really interesting stuff, and it's really at the beginning of this, when I came, but I've only lived here like maybe 2 years, so, and I'm really grateful for meeting the nerd and watching somebody, meeting somebody that would end up becoming your wife, and somebody that you're going to marry, and meeting her without she wasn't wearing a mask, and just the way God put her in my life, and the way God told me to go get her, and bring her home here, and he gave me, it might not seem like it, but he gave me patience to walk through it with her and not give up on her, because there were so many times, obviously, that I thought for sure I'd be able to walk away from her, and God just kept every day giving me a new heart and a new mind, and a new set of mercy and forgiveness, and then it he just I just to see somebody win when you've lost your house, you've lost all your possessions. I was homeless, I had a broken neck, I was on pain pills for 10 years, and to go from 300 pounds to where I'm at now, there are some detoxing in jail, detoxing off of Suboxone, being homeless down here, so many things that I have gone through with, God giving me the strength to persevere. I wouldn't have been able to do it, but we've won victory after victory after victory, and then being able to share in her victory and see that, and just like I was just telling her today, like, the girl that I met 2 years ago, I don't even remember what she looked like. I don't even remember her. She's completely, been, like they say, born again, and I watched it, and that, like I told her, there'll be fruit, there'll be proof, and I thank God that he's given me the cojones to come on here and speak my mind about him, and to share the gospel, and not be afraid to tell people what the deal is, what the dealio is for you youngsters, and it's just been with the cats, it's just been the best. I've never, if you've seen my life before I almost committed suicide, how I was living, where I was living, smoking crack, taking pills, and then for God to just take me and put me through what he needed to put me through to come out on the other end, when there's billions of people in the world, and God has worked in your life, and you just know there's no other way, because no one was coming to get me, just like we were talking about with her. No one was coming to get her. For me to just show up at her job and take her in my house and all that stuff, it would have never happened in a million years. I can't even tell you how many times I told her, don't ask me. How many times did I tell you that you're not living with me? 1,000?
Yeah.
Even when I came to get her, she didn't believe that she was coming with me. You know, God told me. I was sitting on the toilet. I'm not even lying. And the last thing I wanted to do was go get her. And he told me, you need to go get her out of that situation and bring her to your house and marry her. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is God. I think you might be looking for somebody else. But, you know, to have that happen, to think that you're going to meet someone that, you know, I've never met anybody that I can't, you know, live without. And I've never, you know, met someone so much that is part of my, you know, like everything, you know, my whole life was completely transformed. And all I really did was I just completely gave him the keys and said, you drive and you put me where you need to put me, and I'll do what you want me to do from there, you know, whether it's the Salvation Army, whether it's on here, you know. I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that have pretended to get sober, faked getting sober, and just never really had a real spiritual awakening. But seeing somebody, you know, and then just sharing with them like, hey, this is all you got to do. It's not even that hard. You just completely have to remove your ego and everything you know. And God has revealed so much stuff to me, from the flat earth to you name it. You know, from how the pyramids, you know, were, you know, cobbled together, to the pyramids, and, you know, what happened with the Mayan people, why the Indians used the word how, just stuff that I wouldn't be smart enough, as much as I'd like to take credit for it, just to have the creator of everything walk you and use you, a guy that's just an exterminator, to reach thousands of people, you know. So many videos, you know, and just, you know, and I just tell people, you know, salvation, accepting Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, is the foundation of getting your life together, you know, getting your eternity. You know, people talk about 401k. Well, I'm more worried about my eternal 401k, and that to go through, you know, I just had this burning thing in my heart that I had to leave New York. God just kept telling me, you got to get out of New York. And boom, I got out of there, and the pandemic hit, and that place, they locked that down like Attica on a card night, you know. And it's just been, if you would have told me that my life would have got this good, you know, after losing my brothers and not having any family to count on, and just constantly being betrayed by my parents and my sibling and friends, and just people constantly effing me over, and just there was no one else but God to do what happened. There's no other explanation. God told me about Kratom. He said, you're going to have something, you're going to get off these pills, and I'm going to give you something else that you can take. I mean, I would take 180 pills in a week, you know. I was counting pills all the time. So, I don't know. But this would be the best birthday gift I have. Right here. Cranky pants in the morning. My back hurts. I didn't sleep that good. Don't wake me up. I get up at 4:20, not 4:05. You know, it's close to when you get up. Being able to go to the gym with her and just look at her and love her the way that I love her, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, and just look at her, and it's like I knew her my entire life. She fits in my life, so it's just so like hard to even describe, but it's like I just feel like we've always been, I feel like you know, I know why all these other relationships didn't work out, because I hadn't met her yet, you know. and now I know that, unfortunately. Um, but just having somebody, here that you look at, and every morning I just feel, I love her more and more every day. She looks prettier to me every day. I know a lot of that is probably the lack of sleep and stuff like that, and drug residue still in my brain. But to be that close with someone, and it's just, our relationship now is just, it really isn't. We really, it's, yeah, we've put work into it, but where we're at now, it's just so effortless and easy, and stress free. It's crazy to it's crazy to think, but here we are. And I just want to thank everybody that comments and watches these videos and shares these videos. There's nothing more flattering than looking through somebody's profile and seeing that they saved one of your videos on their playlist. I mean, it's just crazy to think that when I used to do stand-up comedy, I used to think, like, God, if people are going to listen to me tell jokes, I need to do something else with these people's time that will impact their lives. And I've had family members say, yeah, you don't really need to talk about all that stuff. It's kind of, people are going to think worse of you. And I own my shit. I'm honest about stuff. The stuff that I talk about, and the standards that I hold myself to. Having God tell me to go get that dog. We could have got kicked out of here. Literally. You know what I mean? The landlord came over here knocking on the door. God just told me, go get that dog. So it's been, this is the best my life's ever been. And like I was telling a guy today, I don't have a car, but I got a house. I'm not sleeping outside of Family Dollar. I got a house. I got hot water. I got electricity. I got food in the fridge. I got a job. I got a gym membership. I got my cats. I got my lover. People use that word, lover. So anyways, if you don't think your life can get together and you don't think you can do it, now's the time to just submit to God. I'll just tell you. I would never say, that's why it says in the Bible, there is only one way to rock, okay?